All right. Warriors Thunder. Let's just get the Clay talk out the way, right? It's just been awful. It's just been awful, and it's rough to watch, man. Like Clay, one of my favorite players ever, right? Especially as a Warriors fan, and he's just looked horrible. Whether Steph was in there now, even without Steph, it's even worse, of course, because like the teams are keyed on him anyway because they know what type of shooter he has been throughout his career. So they are always, guarding him head first, no matter what. But he just cannot separate as he once did. At least it's what seems, what it looks like. And today, to me, he just let it get to his head again. Maybe just like he did against Jaden McDaniels when he was boxing him out like he did, right? He started off solid. He played within the offense. We were playing some good basketball early on, but then he got pushed to the ground on one play. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it. And then he started chucking and took some really bad shots. And it just looked bad. The lineups do not help with the spacing, of course. The best he kind of looked was when Moody was out there with him and Chris Paul, with two other big men. But Clay just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look the same. And who knows, man? I don't want to be, overly dramatic, but who knows? It might just be the thing that Clay is just never gonna be the same. It is a possibility, certainly. He always has had bad starts into seasons, especially since 2017. He always was off to slow starts, but it's never been this bad and did not look this awful. So that's just another, rough nail in the coffin for the Warriors right now. And Wiggins has looked like a shell of himself, also, right? Looked a little better overall, and he's been putting in the effort rebounding wise, but he just also doesn't look the same. He just doesn't look like the player that he was. And whether there is the injuries, whether there is some psychological damage, whether there is something mixed in between that, who knows? But Wiggins is not the same offensively and defensively, even though defensively he's still been putting up one of the better fights on our team, but that's a whole other issue I'll talk about. And that's where it is right now. As the game went on, I just wanted to see less Clay and less Wiggins today. I just wanted to see more other guys, wanted to see more Moody, wanted to see more Kuminga, wanted to give them a chance to Guy Santos or even Trace Jackson Davis in there in some lineups. I get why they did not play him because OKC plays their style with the kick and, with the penetrating and the kicking out to the 3-point line, and they have a lot of fast young guys who can do a little bit of everything, and when they create those shots, Trace would maybe have a bad time, but still I thought we would get maybe a little more of him. Kuminga started in place of Draymond, so Dario was starting at the 5, which I thought it would be Dario starting and Looney playing at the 5, which I thought would be the best for all parties involved, because Dario, as fine as as good as he's been offensively, defensively at the 5, he's just horrible. There is no other way to put it, but it's not his natural position, right? And we have the big man. We have Looney and Trace Jackson Davis. Anytime he stepped on the floor, he's shown something good. Who cares that it doesn't kind of fit that the Oklahoma City Thunder are doing? It felt like nothing did fit for us today, so who cares if we're gonna get blown out more? At least he gets to learn from it, and maybe we can see why he's not playing. And Dario could play the 4, which could unlock the offense more. So that presence issues. Kerr has just been weird with lineups. Kuminga did a good job starting wise, and when he gets those minutes, he was active on the boards. He was aggressive to the rim. He shoots, bad from the 3-point line, but he didn't make one. But Kerr has him way too much in the corners when he needs to be on the block where he's a menace, drawing fouls and just unstoppable kinda. He needs to get a better handle. That's his biggest issue, of course. The handle has been just bad, suspect, especially those in and outs where he just turns the ball over. It's not been great. And defensively, he's done a better job today, but he still has just trouble calling out switches in time. He has trouble navigating screens, and it always costs us, in my opinion. And today we had just a horrible time defending those pick and pops with Isaiah Joe, and overall those pick and rolls. The Thunder were cooking us, man. Cason Wallace is just such a good role man, actually, as a rookie, and he's been so good. He did get hung up on the rim once, but he's so good. And the Thunder are just so good. Other than that, carried through a lineup of Corey Joseph, Klay Thompson, Gary Payton the second, Podziemski and Looney out there. So that is something about that. Moody did not get a minute in the first quarter. Once again, he played in the second quarter throughout because he was that good. He did slide off a little bit in that fourth. But, I get that he wants a ball handler in there. That's why Corey Joseph gets those minutes. But, come on, man. Come on, Steve. That's what Steve Kerr does. He's allergic to size, and he just has to have a ball handler in there. A true point guard ball handler off the bench. And simple as that, right? Thunder were playing small as well, but their offense has more shooters. Their offense has more fluidity. They played more simple, and they are just a better team. More athletic, more lengthy athletes, just better. And that is that. Anyways, it's hard to win without your two best players, right? Steph and Draymond out, so you're obviously gonna have a harder time winning. It's as simple as that also, but the size is an issue, the speed is an issue, the point of attack defense is an issue, and two of our four best players, or supposedly who should be two of our four best players, are looking like our worst players. So that is that. We'll see what the rotations are. Hopefully Steph is back on Saturday, but who knows, maybe he'll be back for Monday against the Rockets. And what is the positives today? Kuminga looked solid. Moody looked solid. We saw Guy Santos out there. He was good in garbage time. At least it was good to see him. He was not that great, but at least I would like to see him. Right, it's something different. Podziemski did not build up on it on last game as much as I thought he would, but he was still looking solid out there. Did have some miscues here and there, but I still think he could be playing the point instead of Corey Joseph, and he could have Podziemski, Moody, maybe Wiggins, even though he's been so bad that it could be Kuminga, Saric, and Looney, and Chris Paul in there. Who knows, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. Hopefully Steph is back. Hopefully we can get back on track, but we just need Klay and Wiggins to not be this all season long, which they very well might be. Who knows? It's been 13 games, which is solid enough sample size. At 25 games, I'll be really worried. But I'm worried already. So shout out to the Thunder. They were great. They shot the lights out of the basketball. Shea, even though he could not, we defended him pretty well. He still made some tough shots and made those that mattered the most. And the biggest thing happened when Kuminga missed a free throw to tie the game. We could not finish the offensive board, and they hit a three-pointer on the other hand, and then Shea hit another right after that, and it completely shifted the momentum back to the Thunder. Jalen Williams always also has those momentum-killing shots where he just hit a step-back mid-range or a step-back shot out of nowhere. He's been so good at that, man. Such a smooth player. And that's it. That's it right now. Unfortunately, the Warriors are just not looking great. And we'll have to wait what comes around. That's it.